It's only been a couple of weeks.
Yeah, it feels like forever though.
Did you miss? You missed me then.
No.
You missed football. Premier League football.
Yeah, I did miss Premier League football. I have managed to watch something from all the games this week though, or across the fortnight.
Right.
Yeah.
Anything pique your interest?
Well, the fact I watched most of it today, I kind of can't remember most of it because I watched it all in
overload.
Yeah. I can still confirm Havertz is shit.
That, yes, I can.
That one where he fluffed that shot.
I will concur that he just... I don't know what's happened to him. He's come...
Well, what's happened to him is nothing. He's still as crap as last season.
Well, that's true. But before he came to the Premier League, he was quite good.
Yeah.
Like a certain Timo Werner.
Yeah, he's good again,
Chelsea.
isn't he? Werner,
yeah,
he's good again.
Yeah, now he's moved back to...
Germany.
Bundesliga.
Yeah, I think Smith Rowe should be playing instead of Havertz. Or even Fabio Vieira looked quite good as well.
Yeah, he did when he came
on.
Yeah. How was your fantasy league week?
Oh no, what's my
2 weeks ago?
What was my score?
Your score was 70. Were you one above average? So you're still above average.
Yeah.
You played a wild card.
I did. I think if I left it alone, I probably would have scored more.
You see. Patience.
Yeah, I wouldn't have had Madison. I wouldn't have had Madison, but I would have had Salah. So
yeah.
Anyway, it's funny because I woke up that morning that the bulk of the games have been played.
Yeah.
I looked at my phone and went, Haaland scores a hat trick, and went into the fantasy league, 40 points, but no excitement.
Right.
You know, you ever see 40 points on your captain and you're not excited? It's because everyone has Haaland.
That's true.
It's not
even
fun
me.
anymore.
Even
you. Yeah. You know there's
last
something wrong
last
with even
season when he got his 2 hat tricks in a row, I missed both of them.
Yeah.
And that was I missed out on 34 points each game because he got 17 that time because he had an assist this time as well.
The assist, yeah. I see he's actually got the same stats as last season.
Exactly.
It was
goals scored.
2 goals. No goal, 1 goal, 3 goals. So he should be on for another hat trick this week.
So are you gonna captain someone else this week?
Yep.
You are?
I am. That's exactly what I'm doing.
Are you nuts?
Yep. Never denied it.
Right. Okay. Well, I'll look forward to hearing what sort of nonsense you're doing later, and I'll tell you what sort of nonsense I'm doing later.
Okay.
Okay. Let's go through your team.
Flecken would have been better if I'd had Turner.
Yeah, I had Turner on the bench as well.
Yeah.
Which I guess a lot of people did.
Against Chelsea, Forest are really playing well.
Yeah.
Better than anyone has expected them to.
I thought you were going to say better than anyone.
No, they'll still get smashed by a few along the way.
Yeah, well, I didn't put Turner in for the same reason that many people didn't put Turner in because Forest's away form.
That's only their second game they've won away from home since promotion.
That's not fantastic, but
impressive that they beat. Well, no, actually it's Chelsea. Sorry, not that impressive.
Chelsea are very Spursy, aren't they?
They are, yeah. I think the traditional chant of Chelsea, Chelsea, Chelsea has been changed to Spursy, Spursy, Spursy this year.
Because Spursy are not. Well, at the moment they're not Spursy.
No, they're quite good at the moment.
Really good to watch at the moment.
So back row, Chilwell did not do me too well.
No.
I brought you Doggy in, and he did me all right.
Yeah.
He's quite good.
He is quite good. He gets forward quite a lot.
I had Perisic in right until the last minute, and then I saw they brought Brandon Johnson.
Yeah.
And I went, nah, he's not going to get any up top time. So switched. Henry didn't really do anything.
Yeah, but he still gets forward a lot too, and
He's not.
to hold.
Yeah, he's not moving out.
No.
Midfield, Sterling played well again, but
Yeah, but
Jackson should have scored that one that he squared to him.
Yes, he should have. I don't know how he managed to. Yeah.
It was harder to miss that than score it.
Like I said, if he had kept running, he probably would have hit it and gone in.
Yeah. Saka, all right, 4 points. Mbuemo, 8 points, good. Madison, 7 points, good.
Yep.
Jackson, we've just discussed Jackson. Need I say any more? 1 point. 2 points in Antonio. I could have hoped for more against Luton.
Yeah.
But Luton played quite well.
They look like they're going to cause teams problem at their home ground and from set pieces and corners and crosses into the box.
Yeah. I know Haaland, 40 points as captain.
Boring.
We've all done it.
Boring.
Yeah.
So where do you get your fun from then?
My fun?
Yeah. In your fantasy league team.
I don't think I really had any fun with it last week. It was kind of very standard.
So you're going to make sure you have more fun this week.
Oh, definitely.
Not captaining Haaland.
It's going to be...
They're only playing West Ham.
Yeah. It's going to be fun or devastation.
If it's devastation, that'd be funny for me.
Yeah, probably.
My team, pretty similar actually.
You had Pickford with the own goal.
Yeah, that was funny though.
That was funny. Even Pickford laughed at that one.
That was funny. Even though he's my keeper, but what did he get? He got 6 saves in that game.
Yeah.
And made 2 brilliant saves, like a double brilliant save at the end.
Everton could have been worse.
They could have been, and now they might be able to score.
Beto looks so good.
He does, yeah.
But not Danjuma. He got the goal, but my God, does he
And Calvert-Lewin could be coming back soon too. And he's, look...
For a week? Half a game?
He's had issues with injuries, but he's a good striker.
Yeah.
And they have been creating chances, they just can't score.
Yeah.
So, not that I'm holding out much hope this week against Arsenal. They're home to Arsenal. Although they beat Arsenal last season, didn't they?
Yeah, I think they might have. Was it laid on when Arsenal bottled it?
I think so.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had Chilwell, Udogie, and Estepinian.
Yeah.
Midfield. Yeah.
It's not terrible. I mean, you've only
Saka,
got
Bowen, and Mbumo, Madison, and Fernandez.
Yeah.
And up front, Watkins and Captain Allen.
Yeah, I think most people were looking the same this week.
Yeah, bench was Turner, João Pedro, who's probably gonna go at some stage. Not this week. John Stones, who's just coming back from injury, so I'll keep him.
It's whether he slots straight back into that team or not.
I'm not worried about this week, really. Well, I'm not. Yeah, if he continues not to play, then I'm worried about him. But I'm not worried about him this week. But the week after, maybe, because they're at home to Forest. That would be nice. That would be a nice introduction for him.
See, I brought Gvardiol in on the wild card and started him, and he didn't play.
Yeah.
And I can't work out why, because he was doing really well.
Pep rotation, mate.
He wasn't even there. He's been out injured, Pep. Didn't see much of Doku in that game, actually. He started.
He started, yeah. He was all right. He wasn't like...
Didn't set it on fire, though, did he?
No.
I think that was just for necessity that he started more than... Yeah.
Yeah. I see. I was watching the West Ham game, and he came on in the 91st minute.
Yeah.
Not that you can tell anything from that, but it's good to see that he came on. So, it'll be interesting to see where he fits in that West Ham team.
Well, you were trying to scare me on Thursday night, telling me that he'd take Antonio's spot.
He could take Antonio's spot.
He could.
He plays sort of attacking midfield or up front.
Yeah.
Left-footed, so he could take minutes off Benrahma.
Yeah.
He could slot in instead of Antonio, or he could he has played on the right, and he could
take Bowen's
push Bowen up front. Moyes has hinted at that sort of thing.
He's good for depth. They have a lot of depth now. Yeah. West Ham.
I would really like to see Kudus on the right and Bowen up front.
Yeah, well, you would.
Because I've got Bowen.
Yeah.
So
because they might have Lingard soon as well.
Yeah, he said he wouldn't rule it out because he's training with them.
Yeah, he's been with them all summer.
Yeah. So I had 79 points this week, which was all right.
Yeah.
Above average, but you always like to be like 30 points above average.
Yeah.
But that's not going to happen every
I'm
week.
never happy unless I'm above 80 points.
I mean, that was above average, but it was still like 2.5 million for the game week.
You're still like 2 million above me.
Yeah, that's true. You're rubbish.
And I only was 6 points lower than you. I mean,
and I had another draw in the head-to-head.
I had another loss.
All right. Predictions. It's been a while since we... It seems like a long time ago, doesn't it?
It does. It's just been a fortnight.
I had 7 points. You had 6 points.
And it brings us back to even ground.
It evens it up at 28 points each.
Yeah.
So...
This week I could stumble myself. I've thrown in 2 wild cards, I'd say.
Okay. Let's start at Wolves as they're home to Liverpool.
3-1 Liverpool. Although Wolves do look good.
Yeah.
I just don't think they're going to keep...
Liverpool have continued the form from last season, and they didn't really miss Van Dijk last week, and he will miss this game too because he got an extra game.
Yeah, for swearing at the ref.
Yeah.
I think they could possibly challenge this year, Liverpool.
They're looking... Yeah. Szoboszlai has just slotted in there so well. He looks really good. He looks like he's straight out of the 90s, though, with his hair and his stubble.
I wasn't there in the 90s, so I wouldn't know.
He looks like he's from Miami Vice or something. How many goals does Darwin get in your...
Maybe the one for Wolves.
Like Harry Maguire came on for England this morning.
What is Southgate thinking? The friendly, all right. But that lineup for the Ukraine game was woeful. Pushing Bellingham out onto the left wing. What a terrible decision.
I've gone 4-1 Liverpool.
Okay.
Yeah. You know who scores.
Well, Darwin's getting the one for Wolves in that prediction as well, is he?
Maybe. Hopefully not. Liverpool could go top if they win that game. Or they will go top if they win that game.
Right, okay.
For at least a day.
Yeah.
The way West
what's
Ham
that,
did.
by 1 point? Or
Yeah.
Okay.
We've got Villa at home to Palace.
They got smacked by Liverpool. Didn't look terrible, but they got smacked by Liverpool.
Yeah.
2-1.
I don't think they'll be the only team to get smacked by Liverpool this season.
2-1 Villa.
Oh, the old 2-1 home win.
Yeah.
I've gone 2-0 Villa. It's time, because Crystal Palace are above them at the moment. Crystal Palace need to be, for the universe to run smoothly, they need to be in 12th position.
Yeah, that's their average.
At the moment, they're in 7th, which isn't so good. Yeah, that's why things are weird. Things have been weird the last couple of weeks.
Yeah.
So once Palace get beaten...
Was that Will Hughes' magic gone a bit awry, has it?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Well, he's still injured, isn't he?
Yeah, he was on the sideline.
Oh, was he?
Yeah.
Right.
Saw him warming up in the last game.
Fulham at home to Luton.
First wild card. 2-1 Luton.
Ooh, 2-1 Luton. 2-1 away win.
Yeah.
I've gone a 2-1 home win there. Fulham over Luton. I nearly went 2-2, or 1-1, sorry. I had 1-1 down. I thought Luton would get the first point, but yeah.
Yeah, I'm just not sure about Fulham.
Yeah.
Jimenez looks like he's so close to getting there, but just never getting there.
Yeah.
They're suffering without Mitrovic.
They are. They do need someone to... And Solomon now, because he's gone to Spurs as well, which was...
Yeah.
And
Willian
didn't start. Yeah, he didn't. He came on last
the whole
game.
season.
Yeah.
There's some Saudi interest. I wonder if that had anything to do with it.
Perhaps.
But they've got Adama Traore there on the bench as well.
Yeah. Oiled up. Waiting to come on.
Yeah. Him and Jimenez go as a pair or something. You get one, you get the other.
Yeah. Buy one, get one free.
Yeah. Actually, that's true, because they bought Jimenez and they got Traore on a 3.
Man United at home to Brighton.
United don't impress me at the moment.
Like Shania Twain, don't impress me much. That's too old for you again, isn't it?
Yeah, I feel it's good. I feel really young tonight. So Brighton 3-1.
Okay, a 3-1 away win. Oh, so far 3 away wins and 1 home win for you.
Oh yeah. Oh well.
I've gone a 2-2 draw.
I don't
Well,
know.
United won't
Brighton
have
are better
Anthony.
No, that's...
Which will probably push Fernandes further forward.
Or Garnacho could be moved across.
I think it's more likely to.
Probably, unless they play. They could play Martial on the wing, with Højlund up front.
I'd see Fernandes getting more from this game.
Yeah.
I see Portugal thrashed. Who'd they thrash? 9-0 or something?
That's quite a thrashing.
Yeah, it was only, I can't remember who it was.
I haven't paid attention. So.
Yeah, he got a goal and 3 assists.
So you'd be happy to have Fernandes in your team then?
Well, I still think Fernandes is good to have. Yeah, I'm happy to have him. Did I say a 2-2 draw? Yeah.
Yeah.
I did. The no longer Spursy. Well, certainly not at the moment. Spurs against Sheffield United.
4-0. Sheffield. Spurs. 4-0.
4-0 Spurs. You don't think Archer scores a goal?
It could do, but I've found Spurs look more solid than I ever expected them to this season. So
I don't think they're solid yet.
I don't know. They've kept, was it 3 clean sheets out of? No, 2 clean sheets out of 4. But I don't know.
4-2 on that one.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm hoping that Madison can get another goal, assist, or whatever.
I'm expecting 3 goals and 3 assists and a goal off Madison.
Off Madison, who scores the other goals? Does Son get involved again?
Son can have a couple.
If he plays up front, he'd probably
get another hat trick.
Yeah. He does like to go in clusters, doesn't he?
He does. He's always been like that. You get those little explosions of.
Or maybe we'll see the return of Richarlison.
I think he's gone. With Brennan Johnson coming in, I think Richarlison is long gone.
Yeah.
Especially because Solomon's performing really well.
West Ham at home to City.
This, for me, has been the biggest dilemma of my predictions because West Ham love playing without the ball at the moment.
Yes, and so that playing City will suit him.
Yeah.
You could be playing a better team if you like to play without the ball.
Yeah.
But you'd rather play a team who can't do damage against you with the ball.
Yeah. I wanted to give West Ham the win.
Well, go ahead.
I'm not going to, though. But I'm going to say City drop points. And I put it at a 2-2 draw.
So, 2-2 draw. So, according to you, Liverpool are going to be top?
Equal top.
Oh, Spurs.
Well, City would be. Spurs would be top on those predictions, wouldn't they?
They would be on goal difference. So, sorry, what did you say?
2-2 draw.
2-2 draw. See, I almost went for a 2-2 draw too.
Did you?
Almost. I changed it to a 2-1 away win.
Yeah.
Newcastle at home to Brentford.
Well, Newcastle obviously will want to bounce back after all those defeats.
3 in a row.
Yeah, and the one to Brighton, I think not many people expected that. I said it'd be a defeat.
Yeah.
So I picked up a point on you.
You did.
Yeah. I'm just going to say simple 2-1 home win.
2-1 to Newcastle. I've gone 3-2 Newcastle. Bournemouth at home to Chelsea.
I don't like Bournemouth at the moment.
No.
I'm not convinced with Chelsea at the moment, but I like them more than Bournemouth, so 2-0 Chelsea.
2-0 Chelsea. 2-1 Chelsea. Everton at home to Arsenal.
Obviously 6-0 to Everton. That would be.
They're going to come good. They're going to put away all the chances that they've had and missed.
Then it's going to be 20-0 to Everton. 2-1 Arsenal.
2-1 Arsenal. I've gone 3-1 Arsenal.
Beto getting the one.
Yeah, I don't know. He'll be involved. Maybe they'll surprise us and take points off Arsenal.
That wouldn't surprise me that much because that's the sort of crazy thing that happens.
Gary's he's a bit nervous going into this one.
Yeah.
He's beloved Arsenal. And Forest at home to Burnley, the last game of the round.
My last 2-1 of the round.
Also 2-1. Are you a home 2-1 or a one away 2-1?
Home 2-1.
Yeah, home 2-1 for me as well. Forest over Burnley. What do you have planned for game week 5? You got anything planned for your team? No changes, no transfers. You played a wild card last game week, so
I don't think I'll make any changes. like I said, I think that West Ham could do well against City, so Antonio will be staying in.
Right.
And playing.
Well, in your team.
Yeah.
Moyes might have a different idea.
Yeah, Moyes might have a different idea. He's sort of like a mid-term option for me. He's not really super long-term.
Yeah.
He wasn't a 1 week option. So I could see him staying in for City and Liverpool and then moving out in game week 7 for Morris.
Right.
He's got a double week.
He's got a double, yeah.
Yeah, or if someone's scoring a lot for Burnley, I could possibly put whoever.
We've also got Jackson up front too, who's due a goal.
I think he'll come good. So I've got Mbermo on the bench, which is dangerous.
Yeah.
So that could change. I'll just have a quick look at what I've set up. Turner in goals.
Yeah, I'm Pickford's on my bench this week. I don't.
Yeah, I don't.
Not home to Arsenal.
No, I don't fancy that.
Turner's home to Burnley, so I fancy that better.
Yeah. So I've got Turner in goals, Chilwell, Udogie, Estepinian at the back, because I think Estepinian will probably get an attacking return against United.
Right.
Diaby, Sterling, Saka, Maddison, midfield, Antonio Jackson, Haaland up front. So Flecken and Burmo, Gavadio, Henry on the bench.
Ooh, that's a very strong bench.
It's a very strong bench.
Very strong bench.
Yeah. It's strong all out. That's what always happens after you play a wild card is you end up with a super strong team. And of course, my captain is not Haaland.
Okay, who's your...
Do you want to guess? Or?
Maddison?
It's Maddison, yeah. Against Sheffield at home. I'd thought I'd take the gamble this week.
Right, that is quite the... yeah, it's quite a gamble, but it's not a ridiculous...
No.
He's been playing, like, Spurs have been playing well, very attacking.
Madison's playing well.
He's playing well.
He's become like the heart of that team, really.
Yeah.
It could pay off.
Barring injury, that's
the plan.
idea.
Yeah.
Well, I think I'm going to make one change this week. Can you guess what it is?
Oh, do I need to use my psychic ability?
Try and use your psychic ability. My midfield, I'm really happy with my midfield at the moment. Saka, Bowen, and Mbumo, Maddison, and Fernandes.
Yeah.
Quite happy with the back line, apart from Pickford, obviously.
Yeah. So, you're probably going to bring Danjuma in, I guess.
Danjuma for Pedro.
No, actually, Danjuma's in midfield, isn't he?
Yeah, I think he is.
Well, in your current form, you probably saw Haaland.
No.
No.
That was last season's nonsense.
Yeah.
This season's nonsense is almost the same as last season's nonsense too.
You're just going to be bringing Darwin in and out all season, chasing the points.
No, he comes in this week and he's staying in. He's staying in. Until he gets dropped again.
Which is probably this week.
It could be, but he's been... I saw the highlights of the Uruguay-Chile game this morning.
Yeah, okay. You were bored, obviously.
Well, he looked really good and he got 2 more assists.
Okay.
Keeper made a great save from him. He possibly should have scored it, but...
Yeah. Well, he should have scored a couple against Villa, I thought. He hit the bar, that one. That was...
I like the fact that he's been hanging about with Bielsa.
Yeah.
I really do.
Yeah, it seems to be rubbing off on him.
Yeah. So... And I was a bit risky taking Watkins out, but I'm taking Watkins out and I'm bringing in the almighty chaos that is Darwin Nunez.
Yeah, he is chaos for people's fantasy league teams.
He could be good chaos.
Yeah.
It could be good chaos.
Could be.
So that's what I'm doing. Just the one transfer. It'll give me 1.6 in the bank for next week.
Yeah. So
then I can go... I'll have a look at Newcastle this week because then their fixtures get really good from here on.
Yeah.
And maybe a Trippier for a Chilwell if Chelsea still continue to be stupid.
Yeah, or you could
even Stones if he doesn't play.
Yeah, you could look at Isak as well.
Yeah.
You'd be close to the funds for him if you sell Pedro.
I would be. How much is this at?
7.6.
No, I wouldn't get him. I have to have 7.1.
Oh,
I'd have to make 2. I'd have to downgrade, someone in defence.
I must say, I feel slightly uncomfortable without Liverpool players in my team.
Yeah.
I feel like I need at least one. So if I make a late substitution, a late transfer,
Jackson for Darwin.
I was thinking probably more Antonio, actually.
Okay.
Even though he's part of my plans, either him or Jackson can be moved out, and the plans still work.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
When you see what Nunez does this week, you get Jota in next week.
Yeah. Or Gakpo. And he's a midfielder now, isn't he?
Yeah.
No, Gakpo's still up front. Jota's a midfielder.
Yeah.
I kind of like Luis Diaz, though.
Mm.
Or Trent looked really good.
When he's given time to pick a pass, he's as good as anyone.
Mm. Yeah, you can't give him time.
No, he was just pinging passes around last game week.
Yeah.
Do you want to talk about the championship?
I'm not sure I do now.
I said, I mentioned to you at the end, maybe we'll talk about the championship. Give it a bit more.
Yeah.
We'll talk about it a bit more. Mainly because QPR won and Leicester got beaten.
They did get beaten. But they got beaten, but they got close to equalising when someone hit the post. Can't remember who it was now.
That's great insight.
Yeah. It was 2 weeks ago. I'm not supposed to remember more than a few days ago.
Who did we beat? I think we beat Middlesbrough. Did we beat Middlesbrough? Sent them bottom.
Would I give a shit what QPR did?
QPR and Leicester have got something in common here in this league so far.
What is it?
They haven't had a draw.
It's two people who do a podcast.
They haven't had a draw yet.
Yeah. Leicester beat Hull though. No, Leicester lost to Hull. Sorry. So that was quite disappointing.
So you're up against Southampton this week.
Yeah.
Away to Southampton.
I think they can beat Southampton considerably because Southampton actually look a bit rubbish.
Look at that, we're playing Sunderland. They're above us.
Yeah, that wouldn't be hard, would it?
No, only a point above us.
Yeah. Well, there's that brilliant insight into the championship.
Well, it's not really much. We just I just have a look, see if QPR won or lost. And the same for Leicester.
Yeah.
We don't care about Leeds. Sorry, Troy.
Who?
Leeds United. Apparently they're down there somewhere too.
Never heard of them.
No.
Were they that team that were up in the Premier League once upon a time?
Were they?
Well, yeah, maybe.
Don't believe it.
Right. I believe they had players once upon a time, but they all left.
They had a good manager too. It's no manager in Uruguay.
Yeah. I didn't even mind Jesse Marsh that much.
Really?
Yeah. He was better than Javi Gracia.
I liked his little tantrums.
Yeah. I like any manager's little tantrums. They're great.
All right. Well, let's remind ourselves before game week 5 of the leagues or mini leagues.
Yeah. Where you're in.
What do you want to do from the top, from the 10 up?
Yeah. Well, at least I'm still in the top 10.
Saying you're 10th.
Yeah.
So you got you 10th, Richard Allen in 9th. How's that happening?
I got dissed by Richard Allen at the market.
Really?
Yeah, it was after the West Ham Luton game. I was talking to him.
How is he dissing someone after getting beaten by West Ham?
I was talking to him about the game.
They're only 2 spots above
Leicester. I was talking to him about the game, and we were talking about fantasy league, and he's going. He's talking to Gary and said, "Did you have any West Ham players?" And I think Gary had Areola.
Yes, he did.
And then I said, "Oh, I had Antonio, but I didn't get any points." He went, "Oh, well, it serves you right then, didn't it?" And then he left, and I was like, "That was, I got
so
dissed."
He just dropped the mic and just left.
Yeah, I was left in tears.
Were you?
No, I was laughing actually.
Above Richard is Haley. Above Haley is me in 7th. Ian Town, who had a great week. I think he had Son as well as Haaland. Yeah. And then Leo, Gary Quattramini in fourth, Mark, my nephew, in third, Gary Sally second.
Yeah.
So Mark's in the Gary zone, which is.
Has he had much bad luck this week?
He's not. He's a Spurs supporter, so he's probably not. He probably feels quite good at the moment.
Yeah, that's a shame.
Yeah, and then Rebecca is still at the top.
You mean your other team?
Yeah, one of my other teams. Yeah, and then in the head-to-head league,
I don't want to look at that head-to-head league.
No, well, I see. I've had 2 draws.
Yeah,
I've never had 2. I don't think I've had a draw before in a season. Now I've had 2 in the first 4 games.
That's really unusual to get more than 1 draw in a season.
Although the way I'm looking at it is, in previous seasons they would have been losses.
Okay. Is that because you're getting worse or everyone else is getting better?
Oh, I'm definitely getting worse.
Yeah.
Until it's the universe telling me that I need Darwin in my team.
That's what it is. Yeah. You sure you're not just overthinking it?
See, I drew with Johnny and I went down and Johnny went up.
That's a bit disappointing.
It's very disappointing.
That's Johnny who does strange things in Europe.
That's him.
Allegedly.
Well, just look at the top 5 here then, because we're nowhere near it.
Yeah, I don't want to look down as far as where I am.
We've got Tony in 5th, Leo 4th. They're pretty solid.
Yeah,
like both there. Mark in 3rd in this league as well. Johnny 2nd, Honey.
Yeah,
which is that's the weird thing in that top 5.
Yeah, he does that though. He creeps up there and then he disappears.
He is a creeper.
Yeah. I've always said he's creepy.
And then Rebecca once again at the top. So has been top both leagues for the international break.
Will anything stop her, Reina Terra?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, she'll take advice off Mark.
Okay.
And Spurs will turn out to be Spursy a couple of weeks.
No, I don't think they will.
No, they will. They will get thrashed by a team, like one of the bigger teams.
City probably. No, they'll thrash City though. They'll get thrashed
because, like Ange says, they're not going to change. They're just going to try and score more goals than you do.
It's a reasonable way to play football.
If the players are really enjoying it, and that's a big thing.
Yeah, I mean that's what we do on Thursday nights, isn't it? Just try and score more than the opposition.
Well, that's true. So it doesn't always work.
No,
but there's always always get the chance to kick someone if you can't score.
Yeah, I've been known to do that.
You have, your shoulders have got very strong.
Yeah,
over the seasons.
Elbows, shoulders, knobbly knees.
Yeah, knobbly knees.
Though we were on opposite teams last night, I don't think I took you out. So.
No, you didn't. No, I stayed away from you.
Yeah, you didn't even come up that often.
No,
so.
I didn't.
Yeah.
I didn't have to because we were doing so well against you.
That's because you had all the runners.
Well, that's right.
I was on Cronky FC. It's like Honey didn't want to run.
Yeah,
George,
true.
I'd injured the week before. He didn't want to run much. Pig had been sick. He didn't want to run much. And I'm on beta blockers that mean I don't run much because I get too exhausted.
Right. Excellent.
So
I should have known all these things before. It's almost.
I realised it quite early when I ended up in the number 9 sort of spot at the start and went, this ain't gonna work.
But you had Karuna.
No, you had Karuna. Then we had Karuna.
That's right.
Then you had Karuna
that's
again.
Right. He changed teams. Yeah, so many times.
He changed teams when I got hit in the nuts. And then he just stayed with us for a bit.
That's right.
Then it went even, and then he decided, and then we went a goal ahead, and he decided he wanted to be back on the underdogs. Good rules in our 5-side indoor.
Switch allegiance at any time.
Yeah.
Well, I think that's it, isn't it?
Wow.
Did you watch the Wales game?
No.
Was it yesterday morning?
I didn't watch it.
I watched it.
Did you?
Yeah.
Were they good?
Yeah.
Oh.
They deserved the win.
There you go.
All right. Well, thanks, Jack.
Thanks, Gabe.